It's recording. Share. Okay. Are we at here? No, we are not. We'll finish these final two words. So again, like I said, this question right here, the end of did, you have the letter D, and the beginning of you have the letter Y. So the D and the Y make the J sound. Did J. And then the next part is the word find, and the find ends with the letter D, and your begins in the letter Y. So you have the letter D and the Y. So what sound do they make? They make the sound J. So did J find your keys? Did you find your keys? It's actually not key. I was supposed to write it as keys. I made a mistake. Let me fix that for. So it's, did you find your keys? Did you guys say that? Did you find your keys? Did you? Can you guys say that part? Did you? Are you guys able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. The question is, did you find your keys? Okay. Okay, the next one is, you might usually see this as, we followed your instructions. We followed your instructions. But since the word followed ends with the letter D, and because the word your starts with Y, you had the J sound again. We followed your instructions. We followed your instructions. Followed your instructions. Followed your. We followed your instructions. We followed your. Can you guys just say the part followed your? Followed your?
Followed your?
Yes. So we followed your instructions. We followed your instructions. Would you be able to say that? We followed your instructions.
We followed your instructions.
Perfect. We followed your instructions. We followed your instructions. We followed your instructions. So the word followed again into the D, your starts with the Y, so you have the J sound in the middle. We followed your instructions. We followed your instructions. Next one is when you mix Z and Y and makes the sh sound again. Sh. Okay, so. Okay, I'm trying to figure out why I made it Z. Okay. So basically, the reason I made it the Z sound was because if you look at my examples right here, they all have the letter Z, because that's how you're making this. So let me explain this. I feel like I can explain this better when I show you guys an example. So usually you say this as, how is your family? How is your family? But you would say this as, how's your family? The je. You kind of hear the Z in je. How's your family? And I messed that up. Instead of saying, how's your family? I wrote, how's your day? I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Let me fix that. There we go. I mean, you would say day, how's your day the same way? I was thinking both at the same time, but instead of making two different examples, I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, so he would make that zh. It has a sh sound, but it's more like zh. You hear the z. You hear the z. How's your family? Let me get my laser. And if you guys didn't know this, in America, instead of saying Z, we say je, not je. Instead of saying Z, we say Z. Instead of saying Z, we say Z. That's why if you hear me say Z, I mean Z. So how's your family? You would say that as how's your family? How's your family? Can you guys say that? How's your family?
Who's your family?
How's your family? How's your family? You hear the zh. How's your family? The next one is similar. How was your trip? You would say that as, how was your trip? How was your trip? This is very slight, but you still hear the zh. How was your trip? How was your trip? Can you guys say that? How was your trip? How was your trip?
How was your trip?
How was your trip? The zh sound. Make that zh sound. Was. How was your trip? How was your trip? How was your trip? So you make.
How was your trip?
Perfect. How was your trip? Zh. You need to make the zh sound. Was your trip? Was your trip? How was your trip? Right? Okay. Oh. The next one is, who's your friend? Who's your friend? You would say that as, who's your friend? Who's your friend? Could you guys say that? Je. Who's your friend?
Who's your friend?
Who's your friend? Who's your friend? I don't know if you can hear that, but you might say that if you are speaking, I guess, perfectly, you might say this as, who's your friend? But because you are mixing those words up together, you would hear, who's your friend? Who's your friend? You mix the who's and the your, and you make the who's your friend. Who's your friend? Who's your friend? You might not be able to hear it when I say it, but I'm hoping the little spelling that I did at the side of my helps. Who's your friend? Who's your friend? The is je. The Z makes that sound. Je. Your friend. Similarly, where's your mom? Where's your mom? You might say this as, where's your mom? Where's your mom? The same je sound happens again. Je. Where's your mom? Where's your mom? Okay, next one. When is your birthday? When is your birthday? Instead of saying, when is your birthday? It's kind of long for Americans. So you'd say that as, where's your? Instead of saying, where is your, or not where is your, sorry, it's when is your, instead of saying, when is your, you would say this as, when's your. Can you guys just say when's your? Yeah, so start right here. When's your birthday? When's your birthday? And I might go, it's December 16th, because that's my birthday. When's your birthday? When's your birthday? Next one. She says you're okay. She says you're okay. But again, because you have the you want to make the je sound, je. She says you're okay. She says you're okay. Again, you hear the je. She says you're okay. She says you're okay. Can you guys?
She says you're
Perfect. Yeah. She says you're okay. Okay. So now, the next one is, how was your day? How was your day? instead of saying, how was your day? I would mix it up and I would say this, how was your day? 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 Can you guys say that part? How was your day? Would you be able to repeat that?
How was your day?
Yeah. How's your day? How's your day? The the was and the your mixes together and makes the was your. Was your. Was your. Was your. How was your? How was your day? How was your day? The next one is, who does your hair? Who does your hair? Instead of saying, who does your hair? Instead of saying, who does your hair? You would go as, who does your hair? Who does your hair?
Who does your hair?
Who does your hair? Right?
Who does your hair?
Perfect.
Does your
Does
hair?
your hair? Does your, because you had the, you're mixing the does and the your, which makes the does your. Who does your hair? The next one is, instead of, you would say this as casual. You make the je sound. Visual, casual. Visual and casual. Je. Instead of, yeah, so the only difference with these sets of words are it makes a je. It's like ZSH. Je. Casual. Visual. So actually, I made way more than I was supposed to, but we actually are running out of time, so I am going to pause. I might in the future like make a video, like short videos, and like post them on YouTube, but don't know if that's going to happen. But these are here for examples. So the first one, these are more colloquial reductions. We mix these words up together. Like instead of saying, could you speed it up? Please, instead of saying, could you speed it up, please? You would say, could you speed it up, please? The same thing we learned could you as could you in the previous sessions. So you would repeat that. Could you speed it up, please? Would you mind to try it? Would you mind if I try it? Would you mind if I try it? Don't you get
Would you mind if I try it?
Perfect. Don't you get it? I should have told you. Tell her I miss her. Did you eat? That one's a really weird one. Instead of saying, did you eat? You might hear people say, did you eat? Did you eat? They mix did you eat into one word and they say it as did you eat? Did you eat? And the next one is, could we go? Instead of saying that, you would say, could we go? Could we go? Why don't you get a job? You would say, why don't you get a job? Why don't you get a job? So I went through those fast, but if you ever practice and you wanted the answers to them, you can watch this video and you can try. But anyway, again, I wanted to say thank you very much for joining these past sessions with me and learning some. I hope you learned something, but I hope you were able to like learn some things Americans speak. And one thing I wanted to say, don't let yourself down if you're not able to speak in American accent like fairly quickly. The purpose of this entire training was to help you understand certain words Americans say, because it is very hard to a non-native speaker to be able to understand what these people are saying, because they speak very fast. And again, they mix these words together, these colloquial reductions. There are no real big rules for colloquial reductions. Like you learn grammar at your school. There's not really any rules. It's just something they do. And I try to throw some examples, but those are not all the examples that are out there. There's still way more, but I just wanted to introduce you guys. So even if you are not able to speak the way Americans speak, I think you guys improved, to be honest. Like I see so many of you guys speak and I can like hear you, that like if you practice and if you like continue practicing and continue listening, then you will improve. You will improve. You will be able to pick up and understand what they say. So one tip to take away from this is practice a lot. But the biggest thing that's going to help you with your American accent is if you listen to American speakers. Okay? I want you, when you have free time, right? Go watch a movie. Like, go watch a movie or watch a YouTube video. Like, there's so many American YouTubers out there, or there's a lot of American movies, right? There's a lot of shows out there. If you have Netflix or some other type of platform that you have, there's a lot of like platforms for you to use to listen to American speakers. Because for me, I listen to them every single day because I live in America, but you live in India and you don't have these opportunities to be able to like speak and learn, because no one taught me, oh, this is how you're supposed to speak an American accent. I just learned it, right? So no one taught me about these American accents. I just learned it based on living here for the past 8 years. But I just want you guys to say thank you again for joining. And I hope you enjoyed it. And if I do plan on doing something with the American accent training in the future, I will let you guys know, okay? Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. நட்சத்திரா நீ வந்து நான் இந்த மீட்டிங் என் பண்ண போறேன். இது வேற கிளாஸ்க்கு நான் சொல்லி கொடுத்துட்டு இருந்தேன், உனக்கு தெரியாம விட்டு விட்டேன். மீட்டிங் என் பண்ண போற, திரும்பி இதை ஜாயின் பண்ண தெரியுமா உனக்கு? நான் என் பண்ண போறேன், நீ திரும்பி ஜாயின் பண்ண. உங்க அம்மா அப்பா கிட்ட சொல்றேன், நீ ஜாயின் பண்ண. ஓகே, பை சார்.
Thank you, Bye.
Bye.